Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Master of Science in Health Data Science. Today, we will see our last topic of our lecture. That is, our chapter name is Machine Learning in Healthcare, and the last topic is about a mini project in which we will predict the patient outcomes through the inbuilt dataset. That is about the breast cancer dataset. So, here we want to predict the disease of the patient. So we just import the libraries NumPy, Pandas, Matplot, Seaborn. That is, NumPy is for numerical calculation, Pandas is for data analysis, Matplot is for data visualization, and Seaborn is the versatile version that in which we plot beautiful graphs and visualize our data. Then scikit-learn libraries for machine learning, that is load breast cancer, which help us to load the dataset of the breast cancer, train test split, which help us with splitting in data, StandardScaler is for features scaling, logistic regression model we will use, and random forest classifier, and the accuracy score classification and confusion matrix. Basically, these are used at the evaluation at the end. So, first of all, the second step is that after importing all the libraries, we just load our dataset that is about the breast cancer. So, after loading the dataset, we just save it in the variable that is data. Then we just see our features here. Features is in order to extract the feature, you have to use dot data from your all the previous data that you have loaded. And in order to see the target, you have to use dot target. And in target, we want to see whether the patient is suffering from malignant tumor or benign tumor. These are the classes of basically the tumor. So we want to see. So malignant tumor, as usual, it is high risk, and benign is a low risk. So our output is in form of that way, that is 0 and 1, that is showing that things malignant and benign. So we want to do basically the tumor here, tumor analysis here. After that, we just printing the feature names and all that thing, and here we apply the exploratory data analysis, that is just optional but better to use. And what it trying to do, it just plot the bar graph, and here we will see the benign tumor and malignant tumors, basically patients, in order to evaluate our data, that how much our data is balanced or imbalanced by seeing our malignant and benign tumors patients. And then we just splitting our data here, that is the 25%, you will see 0.25 is in testing phase and rest of one, that is 75% in the training phase. And then we apply here feature scaling in order to make everything in a one range, so it is better for our models to do predictions and give great accuracy. So we make everything one plane, so the mean is 0, standard deviation is 1. Importance for the models like logistic regression, that need to be the data in one range. And then we are doing the model training, so we apply our both models, first of all the logistic regression, and then we fit it, that is we do the training, and then we apply here random forest, in which we have 100 decision trees, and we just fit our that model. So we just do here model training by using our algorithm 1, that is for logistic regression, and the algorithm 2, that is the random forest. And here we have to evaluation, this step we apply the evaluation matrices, and then we see the accuracy here. First of all, we just do prediction on the unseen data, that is testing data, and then we will see the accuracy, that how much our model training, after training our model, is performing on the testing, that is unseen data. So after training, we do evaluation, we just make a here function about it, that is evaluate classification model performance. And we will see here on the unseen data, first of all, that is X test, and we see the accuracy and all that things of that. So after training, we predict it on the unseen data, that how much our model is performing on unseen data, and then we will see the accuracy of it. and then we form the confusion matrix, that is basically also for the evaluation of your model. And then we evaluate the both models, that is logistic and random forest, logistic regression, random forest. And here we also want to see there is a characteristics in the random forest, that you want to see that how much importance of our model that we have trained and evaluate on the features, that which feature is giving how much importance. And then we visualize it at the end. So for example, this is a simple example that predict the outcome for a new patient. Use the first patient from the test data. Here we use the first patient from the test data. Scale features for the logistic regression. Prediction using a random forest. If the prediction is E1, so predicted outcome means low risk, that is benign tumor, otherwise the malignant. So we just here do small test on it, and at the end this is a summary that first of all we just import our data, we load our data, we do the splitting of our data, we do feature scaling, we apply our algorithm, that is logistic and random forest, then we evaluate our model after prediction, and then we see the feature importance, and then all the ethical things as well. So if we will see, this is our summary of all that thing that we have done here. That is, the training sample is 426, testing sample is 143, and this is the patient outcome in front of us, the outcome and count. And here you will see the logistic regression accuracy, that is 98%, and this is the classification report about the precision, recall, F1 score, and support. And then there is a confusion matrix below it, that is predicted and actual differences. And here is the random forest also, that we have applied algorithm accuracy 95%, and also a classification report of it, that is all that thing, precision, recall, F1 score, and confusion matrix with it. And here we will see the feature importance, that how much our model of the random forest after training and evaluation it is giving importance to the features. So you will see worst area is giving very high importance, then the worst concave point, then mean concave point, and also on. But the more importance is given at the top, that is worst area, and then worst concave points. We will also see the summary of it below. So basically, the model look at the features of a patient tumor. Features include, if you will see worst area in above features. So what does it mean, the worst area? So worst area is the largest area of a tumor. Concave point are the number of inward curves on the tumor. Mean radius, mean parameter are all the features of the tumor basically. So each feature has a weight in the model. You will see worst area is given very high importance. Feature with high importance influence the prediction. So what feature is giving the high importance, that will affect the prediction basically. So you will see worst area is the most important feature in your model. That's why it is giving very high importance at the top. You will see this one. So why this patient? At the end, we will see the patient is diagnosed with benign. So why this patient was predicted as benign? Because the values of the features of these patients were likely closest to the benign tumor. Smaller tumor area, worst area low. Fewer concave points, smaller radius and parameters. So at the end, when we do the testing, so we diagnose the basically the tumor, the benign, because of these properties. That is, the values of our features for this patient were likely to the benign tumor characteristics. Smaller tumor area, fewer concave points, smaller radius and parameter. So when the model combine all these features, the overall pattern matches to benign tumor in the training data. So the model predict this tumor was benign, that is low risk, because the patient's tumor measurement, all these things, burst area, concave point, like radius, area, and the number of concave points are closer to what we see in the low risk tumors. So the random forest model uses these features and their importance to the make prediction. So at the end, we will see the model is saying the features like the largest area, number of concave point, and the radius are the strongest indicator of a tumor is malignant. These insights are clinically useful because doctor can focus on that measurement. Lower importance features matter less for prediction. So in our case, at the end, we when we do the testing, so we will see the tumor has more characteristics toward the basically the benign one because of a small tumor area, that is worst area low, fewer concave points. So all these characteristics are matches to that benign one. So that's why the patient is diagnosed with that issue. So we just compare that thing with our training and all that thing, and at the end we diagnose the patient is dealing with the benign tumor. So this is all about how to do the small mini projects about the diagnosis of the issue. That first of all, we import the libraries and packages, we load our data. After loading, we apply exploratory data analysis in order to see just how much is high risk and low risk. High risk means the malignant, low risk means the benign patients. Then we split our data. Then we do feature scaling. Then we do model training. Then we do model evaluation. And after that, we evaluate both models, and then we will see the performance, that is how much random forest is giving priority to each feature. So importance of features we will see, and at the end, after visualization, and at the end we just predict for a new patient, that we pick a new patient and we want to do the prediction on it, and we will see this patient is diagnosis from the benign one. And why the benign one? Because the properties of the tumor size and all these things are more rely on the benign category, so that's why the patient is diagnosed with the benign one. So I hope this will be the helpful. Now in the next session we will move forward toward the next topic. So thank you. Have a good time. Bye.